Hi guys! So I just wanted to kind of do a general life update about everything, like things about my life. This isn't so much about babies, this is just like where I'm heading in my life right now. Sorry this is like a weird angle and stuff. I had to put my camera in because it was dying. So yeah. Anyway, I just have like a few little things I just want to kind of update on. As you guys know, I went back to school full time after I had Lilia. And I took off, I've only taken off one semester total after I graduated from high school, and that was the semester that I had the boys because I had them in the middle of the semester, so I kind of had to. So as for school, I am enrolled actually in 2 different colleges. I haven't fully decided which college I'm going to go to, and that is because of childcare. Lilia's grandma, Gabe's mom, can watch Lilia like pretty much anytime, so I have a babysitter for her. It's the boys that we don't have babysitters for, because I do have people in my family that would be willing to watch them, but they just don't really want to watch them full time. And so I'm kind of, it's hard to like drop someone off somewhere and then go somewhere else and then just have to call around who's watching who today, you know. So I kind of want to find a place that's really reliable, where I can just know I can drop off whoever needs to be dropped off at this one place at whatever time, you know. So it's between 2 colleges. The college that I've been going to is here in Modesto. It's like literally down the street from me, which is really convenient time-wise. However, I am going to be majoring in nursing, and the nursing program there, not only is it really hard to get into, but there are so many more prerequisites for the classes than there are for the college, the other college that I'm enrolled in. The other college is about an hour and 20 minutes away, probably more like an hour, but after I dropped kids off and did whatever, it's about an hour and 20 minutes away, which is harder on gas. However, I could potentially get my degree as many as 5 years sooner. Like, it's really hard to tell. The nursing program, you only need 5 classes to start applying for it, and you still need your general education to graduate, but you can take the nursing classes while you're taking your general ed at the same time. Whereas the other college, you have to have your general ed completely done before you can even apply to be in the nursing program. So you can kind of see where I'm getting mixed up here. I think since I can transfer classes, I'm starting to lean towards staying in town and just taking as many classes as I can here, and then I might eventually transfer to the other one whenever they're a little bit older. So that's kind of where I stand for college, but I am planning on going back in the fall. I don't know if I'm going to go back completely full-time, but it's going to be pretty much full-time. I think I'm going to go 2 days a week and then just take as many classes as I can on those 2 days. So that's kind of what my plans were for that, because school, going to college and graduating from college isn't even a question for me. Like, that's just, it's not about what if, it's about when. And I've stopped putting a time frame on it for me because things happen. So all I know is that I'm gonna graduate college. Right now, the financial situation for us isn't bad. It's actually very decent. So I'm not really worried about getting a degree and getting a really good job right now. I would like to stay home as long as possible with my babies, just so I can watch them grow, because they're only babies once. But I do plan on taking classes probably every single semester, maybe just 1, maybe 5. It's just gonna completely depend on where we are that month or that part of the year. So yeah, that's where school is right now. Another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is where I am in my relationship right now. That has been the #1 question I have gotten over the past 3 months, by far. Like, I've literally gotten that question every single day, at least 5 times a day. That's a lot of questions. Like, that's a lot. So I'm just gonna kind of like update it from the beginning. Drake and I weren't talking towards the end of my pregnancy, and at the very end of my pregnancy, we finally met up and just talked about how we were gonna do the whole raising kids thing. We started the divorce process way back. It was right after we broke up, back in December. I don't know if it's the same in every state, but in California, you cannot be, your date to be divorced isn't until 6 months past that date that you file. So our divorce date or whatever, when things would have been official, was, I think it was June 8th or something, June 6th. I said it at one point, but it was like June something. I filled out all the we filled out all the papers. The only one we didn't fill out was the very last one that would like determine everything, and that's when me and him like met up and we like started talking about things. This is where it's gonna get kind of controversial, and this is where I'm gonna say everybody has their own path for their own life. Everyone's gonna make their own mistakes. Everyone is gonna decide what is best for their personal situation. And I don't want to get too deep into it just because it's really complicated, but pretty much after they were born, something just like changed, and we were not together when they were born. That's what a lot of people were saying. We were not together, but we were like kind of talking about what if we were to get back together. From the time they were born, obviously he was staying here. He pretty much lived here. Like, he technically still lived somewhere else for like the first month, but he was here all the time. From the time they were born up until like a month ago, I had absolutely no idea where we stood, because that's why like everyone would ask questions, and I didn't know. Like, I had no idea where I was. I wanted to be somewhere, but I didn't want to be somewhere else, and I wanted this to happen, but I didn't want this to happen. We were just so confused and so involved in raising our kids. We didn't really like fully decide what we were going to do with our situation. It wasn't until just recently we decided that we were just gonna put off the divorce and just try to work things out. And I wanted to just like take things slow at first, and we kind of did. I don't believe in cheating. I absolutely 100% think that someone should have enough respect for themselves to know what's best for their situation, and to not just let themselves go through something that's gonna hurt them again and again and again. However, I also believe in second chances. So when you put those two together, yeah, he messed up big time. But I do believe everyone deserves a second chance. I'm not saying we're gonna last. I'm not saying we're not gonna last. I have no idea what the future holds, but at this point, where we stand is we are together, we are married. We never went through with the divorce. Like I said, we went through we filled out every single paper up until that last one, and we were like, wait, this is permanent. And I just feel like if I'm gonna give someone a second chance, you should put everything you have into that second chance. Try 100% to make it better, not just try a little bit here and there. You should try 100%, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And if it does work, then that is absolutely fantastic. For your family, for yourself, for everyone. It's just so much better to have a not broken family. And I already have a partial broken family with Gabe and Lilia, so I know how that is, and it really sucks. I don't want anyone to think that I'm doing this just for the kids. I don't want anyone to think that I'm letting them treat me like shit. I don't want anyone to think that I have no respect for myself to just put myself in a situation where I'm just gonna get hurt again. However, my guard is still up, and he is on a 2-inch leash. But it's a mutual 2-inch leash. Like, he knows his place, basically. He knows that the trust is not fully there. But he and I are both willing to push through that and to fix things. And like I said, it may not work out, but it might. So I'm gonna give it my all for this relationship, and hopefully things last. And that's all you can say, because life throws you curveballs. I know that. Really know that. And I also know that everything happens for a reason. If I go back and look at what happened now, sure, something really bad happened, but I moved back in with my mom, and now I have this amazing place to live where I'm not struggling, and I have my mom next door whenever I need her. This is considered a duplex, so I do live on my own. We have our own lives. We're paying just as much as we would be if we were on our own, but we have help with us. I have help with the boys because Drake is here. I have help with the boys because my mom is here. Like, everything just worked out amazingly. And sometimes bad things happen for good reasons. So I'm not saying that it was a good thing for him to do, but look where I am now. I absolutely love my life. I love it. Everything is going really good right now. So I just kind of wanted to update you guys on that. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it. There are a bunch of little kinks here and there that are just like, it's hard to tell you the whole story. It would be like a 3-hour movie of me telling you everything that happened. But that's where we stand at this point, is we are giving it our 100% all. But I did change my last name, because I never changed. We were only married for 3 weeks before all that stuff happened. So I finally changed my name. It was like a week or 2 ago. I legally changed it. And the reason I changed it is just because no matter what, I'm always gonna have the same last name as the boys. So if, God forbid, something were to happen with me and Drake, I honestly don't think I would go back to my other last name. I would just keep this name, because I'm always gonna have the boys' last name. And it's just so much easier that way. There are a lot of family members in my family that have gotten a divorce and they just kept the same last name because it was the same as their kids. So that's why I don't feel like I'm losing anything by doing that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If it's too personal, I won't answer it. And I understand that everyone is going to have opinions on this. I know some people wouldn't have given a second chance. I know some people would have given a seventh chance. Everybody's different. So I'm just hoping that everyone is going to keep their negative opinions to themselves. Everyone can have an opinion on this. That's 100% okay. And if you wouldn't have done this, that's okay. But the fact is that I am doing it. So all I need is just support. So I know like a million people have been waiting for me to make this video, so there you go. I know it was kind of, a lot of people kind of like picked up on it because we put our rings back on, and the wedding videos, I never deleted the wedding videos, I only made them on private. So yeah, if anything major changes, I haven't decided if I'm gonna fully keep putting my relationship life out there, just because it's become a really controversial subject. So I kind of feel like it should be left between me and my husband. But on the other hand, I do put my whole life out there to help people. So I'm sure there are 300 million people in the same exact situation. But just know that everyone's situation is different. Just because the same large thing happened doesn't mean that, like, just because I feel like Drake deserves a second chance, that doesn't mean that if I was someone else, I would think that that person deserved a second chance. I think everyone is their own person, and you just have to know if you believe that that person can actually change. So anyway, I think that's all for my life update. School, relationship, babies, that's all my life consists of. So I will go ahead and talk to you guys for whenever my next update is. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.